21 players, 14 projects, months worth of intense gameplay, and it all comes down to this. The battle of the champions, Snoopy versus Basket Buddy in the season finale winner reveal of So You Want to Be an Imagineer Season 14 Greatest Hits. How you doing, Mew?
Was very inspired.
I must say, you're looking profoundly creepy in your Mickey Mouse ears and your like vacant smile and whatnot.
Here.
Oh,
this is what you folks are missing at home. Can you see it? There we go.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so folks, we have got a hell of a show for you. We're going to go through and talk about the big talking points of each of the final two projects, as well as we have a stack of votes. I have a stack of votes, Mew. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. There's 7 of them, and I'm going to read.
Glad to see we're all on the same page, in the same vote.
In the same vote, shall you say? Ho, ho, ho.
Trying to make some puns, but they're not working.
So, Mew, of course, it is Snoopy versus Basket Buddy. I have to address one thing with the voting really quick.
Yes.
I did not get a vote from Pie on my cake. So unfortunately, Pie, we have decided to forego your vote in lieu of mandating Reith and I casting a vote for the winner, kind of. And we did that, we did kind of a unanimous decision off air before we went on. So our vote is within the 7 votes. You guys will not know who we voted for. Just kind of keep it a little bit of a mystery. But okay, Mew, do you want to hype up the final project, just the prompt and the final 2 players?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Give me just a minute.
By the way, I'm loving your like 5 o'clock shadow unshaven look. It's very professional.
Trying to grow a beard, as you can see, right there, right here. The only thing that doesn't come in is the mustache, which means I must ask you a question.
Okay. So final project.
Are you ready for the final project?
I don't know. I think so.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it, boy.
Okay. I have it open up on my web browser and in my notes. Let's first talk about what the prompt was, which you all know what the prompt was. It was an alternate redo of DCA from a couple years back. Well, when was the redo? A couple years back?
The redo was it was
2009?
like it was like it started in 2008 through 2012 when Cars Land at Buena Vista Street opened.
Got it. Okay, so this is an old throwback project. This is a throwback to another project, which alludes to a real life project. So it's a cool project. Perfect way to end the season. It's been a great season. Let's talk a little bit about
Basket Buddy. Basket Buddy
actually did
won on this project in season 4. And 10 years later, he comes to, maybe claim his second victory using that same project. How poetic is that, Garrett? How poetic is that?
I was just thinking the same thing. I didn't even think of that until right now.
You can't write this. Like, Basket Buddy, he's 10 seasons later. He is back to finish what he started, in a way. But then there's Snoopy. Then there's Snoopy as well. And Snoopy is an underdog, but Snoopy is a people person, Garrett. And I feel like... Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's either of their games. It's kind of a... Snoopy could win because of his personal game, and Buddy can win because of his stellar creative performance.
But I also think Snoopy flies under the radar and gets some really, really solid ideas through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is just kind of my thesis statement on my thoughts on the projects in general. Well, I feel like Basket Buddies is more realistic and more well thought out and detailed. I gotta say, I like a lot of Snoopy's ideas, and they're very out of left field for me. And
yes,
so we'll talk through all of them. But before we do that, Mew, I think we just have to build some suspense. We have to build some suspense, right? Because we're here to read 7 votes. We're here to read 7 votes. So let's get to the first vote, people. The first vote for the winner of So You Want to Be an Imagineer Season 14
is
Basket Buddy
101.
101. Yeah, I got to be professional with this.
Fun fact. 101 in Disney slogan terms means the ride is broken down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So Basket Buddy, you're broken down.
Oh God. Okay, so let's talk through some of the talking points. How about let's go through each of kind of like piece by piece. So let's start with the Paradise Pier Dark rides. What did Basket Buddy do, and what did Snoopy do? Snoopy did Jolly Holiday and
Incredibles.
And the Incredibles, right? And then Basket Buddy, he had the Paradise Plunge, but what else was in that? Did he have another dark ride?
Looking at it right now, because I left it out of my outline for this podcast. Unprofessional. God. Let's see.
Come on, Garrett.
I'm going up because his post was big. Oh, Paradise Pier. Okay, so we have the Paradise Plunge. And then we have... Why am I zoning out? Maybe that's it.
That might be it. Okay.
No, hold on. There has to be more.
Maybe he had a dark ride, but it's in a different land.
Perhaps because the map has Paradise Plunge, and then right next to it is Madame Melindy's Misfortune Parlor.
Oh, that might be it.
But I don't remember reading that in the
Basket Buddy. Your projects are so detailed. It's like, here's the thing. Like, I read Basket Buddy's project when it was posted.
We're forgetting everything.
Exactly. Like I read it like as soon as it was posted, and I plowed through it, right? But now it's like I'm just like, oh God, there was so much to it.
Here we go. It's Madame Melindy's Misfortune Parlor.
Okay. So out of these two,
a cross between Wild Ride and Haunted Mansion.
Gotcha. Thank you. Out of these two, I definitely think Basket Buddy had the more original concepts. I don't know. With Snoopy, I don't think that Mary Poppins fits in with Paradise Pier at all. Like, I mean, it's just a weird choice, right? Like, I think the only kind of similarity is sort of like the Victorian architecture. But besides that, it's just like, I don't know, just Mary Poppins is just like, there's a lot of parks that Mary Poppins would fit beautifully into, right?
Mm-hmm.
California Adventure is not one of them.
That was my thought too. It was an interesting choice, but it just doesn't fit necessarily with Paradise Pier.
And I also thought that the Mary Poppins ride through on Snoopy's End was a little rushed.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was kind of this is another idea I've had. Let's just use it here.
Yeah, and just the Mary Poppins idea in general is just kind of like it's become pretty standard in this community, so...
Yeah, it's kind of one of those ideas that's just around. It's been around.
Sure. Kind of like an Up dark ride or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
I thought the choice of Incredibles was pretty interesting too.
Yeah, let's talk about the Incredibles, because I'm mixed on this one.
Me too.
One of the things I just don't like about it is I just feel it's rather uncreative to just have like, okay, it's basically Midway Mania, but with an Incredibles makeover. And it's pretty much like, I mean, it feels a lot like that even through the queue. Like you have Edna Mode instead of Mr. Potato Head, you know. But the actual ride through, I thought improved on Midway Mania a lot, actually, because one of my complaints about Midway Mania, like, look, I've actually softened on Midway Mania quite a bit. I think you'll remember back when the channel first started, I was very harsh on Midway Mania. Yeah. I've softened on it quite a bit. It's a really fun ride. It is. I do wish there was more of a kind of a story to it instead of just like, hey, we're going to go from game to game.
Gonna play some games.
But right. But that's exactly what I feel like the Incredibles Midway Mayhem improves upon, is that it's kind of like a combination of Midway Mania and Voyage to the Iron Reef.
Yeah, I could see that.
Especially because they have the Paradise Pier area, right? Like they have a whole section of the dark ride devoted to Paradise Pier.
I don't know. I understand like it works with the theme and everything. I'm just, my confusion lies is why that IP?
Because it's not Toy Story.
True, but it's like, what? Remember Muppets Mania?
Yes.
From the past.
Yes,
like
that was a great attraction.
Like something like that more so lends itself to me. Like, like an incredible shooter would work really well. Don't get me wrong, like, but I feel like that's something that would work more in Tomorrowland or even Hollywoodland.
Hollywoodland, right. All right, let's talk through Basket Buddies projects then.
Yes, and he has the Paradise Plunge and Misfortune Parlor.
Again, too, I love that Paradise Plunge ties directly into the Paradise Pier backstory. Really, really good stuff on Basket Buddies' part to kind of like tie the whole park together in a very cohesive sort of way.
Just something that most parks lack.
Absolutely. And I think in general, just with both Paradise Plunge and the Haunted Mansion style ride, I'm sorry, I don't.
Parlor.
Yeah, the Fortune part. Yeah, I think with both of them, they kind of represent sort of like the Tony Baxter era, kind of pushing new ground with the rides that they're doing, and I like both of them a lot.
Yes, sir. I like Misfortune Parlor. Now that I remember the name, or I'm remembering the whole. Excuse me. I'm remembering the whole like similarity to Mystic Manor, which I think we were actually debating in the last podcast about whether or not Mystic Manor would work.
I think we were. Yes, we were. That was like, well, it would work if they did the Winchester Mystery House.
But this works. It completely hasn't dawned on me that like a fortune teller type character could exist in Paradise Pier.
There
and
you
have
go.
This like house of like 1,000 oddities or whatever, you know?
I like it.
It
Fits in really solidly. And then Paradise Plunge, what do you remember about this that you can kind of highlight?
That it was good. No, and I like I like the boathouse. I know, right? The boathouse exterior, the use of like another water ride in the park.
It reminds me of the concept art that you used to see if you stayed at the Paradise Pier Hotel.
I'm assuming that's where the inspiration was driven.
Yeah, I'm assuming too. Right.
I like the fact that there's even a song in the ride. Into the Bay We Go. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I believe so. Yeah. So I don't know.
Also, folks, I want to point out, like, if you have any clarifications you want to make if you're watching this, especially if you're Snoopy and Basket Buddy, go ahead and leave your. We'll see it. I'm going to be keeping an eye on the forum, so just go ahead and leave any comments you have on the main. So you want to be an Imagineer Season 14 official thread. That'd be great. Yeah.
If anyone's watching.
Okay, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get to another vote. You want to do it?
Yes.
All right. The second vote is Snoopy.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's one vote Snoopy, one vote Basket Buddy. All right.
Who's gonna win?
I don't know. We got 5 more votes left. It takes 4 votes to win.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to point out for both projects is the setup into each project.
Yeah, you're right. And that's something that Snoopy, I think, has really mastered this season.
Yes, he definitely hit the nail on the head with a hammer. Like that was perfect. And then Basket Buddy, on the other hand, created this wonderful map of, I want to say, Randy Savage proportions.
I would say so, yeah.
Or Imagineerland, if anyone remembers him.
He also has a lot of really good like graphs and budgetary layouts and stuff like that, all very professional.
So I think both finalists in this sense really nailed it with this.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad you bring that up in because Snoopy, like I said, I think this is kind of like Snoopy's big sort of peak in his season long arc, because I think one of the things that Snoopy's really nailed down in his repertoire is those intros, right? Is those setups and backstories. I think he's got that nailed down, and the alternate history of it all. He's a pro when it comes to that. And that is definitely why I think Snoopy is getting votes here. Because I think on first glance, like, one could look at just the level of detail and the fact that Basket Buddy has more original IPs and just think it'd be a runaway for Basket Buddy. But I don't know. We'll see how the votes go. We got 5 more left. So, all right, Garrett, where do you want to go next?
Let's just go straight to the Cars Land replacement right next door.
The Cars Land replacement. All right.
Which, if I had a preference between the two, it would be Basket Buddy.
Okay, Basket Buddy did Spirit Town. Am I correct?
Spirit Town, okay. which focuses on La Brea Voyage, Spirit Journeys, Legend of the Last Sasquatch, and Snoopy, on the other hand, did a Fairground, which was like a World's Fair, like a revival of. It's more of like a look into the 1960s World's Fair. My only issue with the Fairground is Paradise Pier.
Yeah, but I don't think he's trying to emulate Paradise Pier. I think it actually make it. I'm a little okay. This is the thing. Like, I think Basket Buddies is very professional.
Yes.
Having said that, I do think that some of it is a little bit kind of like, I don't want to say it's derivative of what he already did with the season 4 project, but it does very much kind of call to mind. Like, I remember in his season 4 project, he did kind of have some supernatural elements in there, and I don't know, and also just the fact that it's Spirit Town, and then he's got the Misfortune Parlor. It just like it kind of seems like it's trying a little too hard to be the Haunted Mansion, or just to have like a Haunted Mansion influence in the park, with the Lost Sasquatch and Spirit Journeys. I don't know. That's
okay. But no, I see what you're saying. But I think Spirit Town.
Here's what I like about Snoopy. Here's what I like about Snoopy's. I like that with Snoopy, and I'm going to go ahead and incorporate the old Anaheim Orange Groves into this expansion to Cars Land.
I really did like that.
I think Snoopy's just makes it so much more natural. And what I like about Snoopy's is that his is basically like DCA 1.0, but what we all wanted DCA 1.0 to be in the first place.
Better.
Way better. Like, not on the cheap. Like the vision of DCA 1.0, what the Imagineers at the heart of it wanted DCA 1.0 to be. That's a good point. Yeah, that's what I really like about it. I love the transition of the old Orange Groves, the Fairgrounds, and then Paradise Pier. I can just picture that in my head. I feel like it's it just makes that whole side of the park like it's an even more natural transition. I pick, like, even though the Cars Land transition is grander for sure, especially like, me, Garrett. I love me some Cars Land to Pacific Wharf transitions. That's just but just beautiful transitioning right there. But this is, like I said, it's a little smaller scale than Cars Land, which is kind of surprising. But I do just like the placemaking element of it. What I think it needs work on is I love the idea of having like kind of these World's Fair-esque attractions, and I also do like the fact that he's not just directly lifting any World's Fair attractions. He's kind of like, there's a recreation of a Midget Autopia that becomes kind of a Ford's Magic Skyway style attraction. Also Mary Blair. Yeah. Like basically a spiritual predecessor to Small World, but with Ford's Magic Skyway. I'm all about that.
Of course. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I prefer Spirit Valley.
No, I hear you. Spirit Valley is much more detailed. It's much more elaborate. It's much more in the vein of like the scale and ambition that Cars Land is.
Yeah.
But I do have to praise Snoopy though, because I think Snoopy's project is, like I said, it kind of plays to Snoopy's strengths of being a little bit more smaller scale, leaning on that classic side of Disney, and doing it very well. So I think both the lands are good. It's just I think Basket Buddies is kind of just, like I said, he's got a larger scale to his. With that in mind, it's time to reveal the next vote. Are you ready, Garrett?
Yes. Wait, but before we reveal it, that brings me back to another point. I like that Snoopy's project made a smaller budget than the original.
Right.
Do you remember that? Like, it's like this is what it would have been like if it was cheaper. Okay, I just thought that was cool. I liked that element a lot. Okay,
no, I hear you.
Let's do this vote.
Okay, the next vote is Basket Buddy 101.
So now it's Basket Buddy 202.
That's 2 votes Basket Buddy, 1 vote Snoopy, 4 votes left. You need 4 votes to win. Okay, where should we dive into next, Garrett?
Let's look at. I'm actually using a Basket Buddy's map as a basis
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So let's go to the opening land.
Okay, here we go. I think this is this might be the closest competition. Yeah, I think so.
I would agree.
I think this is definitely, like, as good as the Basket Buddy side of it is. I gotta say, I think Snoopy really went out of his way with what is it? I'm sorry, I already forgot the name because I'm dumb.
Mission Plaza.
Are you sure that's Snoopy's? No, Snoopy's is Golden Lane USA.
Yeah, I thought you had said Basket Buddy. I was like,
no, Mission Plaza is good. But I'm going to quote what we were kind of talking about in the group chat with Evan. I think the problem with Mission Plaza, it feels way too much like Knott's Berry Farm.
Which part of Knott's Berry Farm,
though? Fiesta Village, mostly.
Excuse me. Yes and no. I feel like missions are such an integral part of California, which is why I don't know, and I like mission architecture.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think Golden Lane USA just represent. I love the idea of Golden Lane USA being Anaheim in the 1950s. Like, that is the street that we've never seen before. The small time Anaheim. I love that. Like, we've seen 1950s Main Street before, but not specifically Anaheim 1950s.
No, yes, and I do like that a lot. It harkens to something I've done recently in my own work. But I like the bridge. I stand for the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really liked that. That's the thing. I think that both entry lamps are both equal. To me, that's in my perspective. I think that they were equal levels of creativity in place and energy. I don't know. Couldn't find a word to describe.
No, I hear you, but I also think that Snoopy just has a lot of classic kind of like Main Street style stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the fact that this is essentially kind of a way to incorporate that kind of Cars Land, like small town neon vibe into it, into the park without having a Cars Land. I like the idea of the movie theater showing the 1950s Disney cartoons. That's really good.
Yes, absolutely.
I like how understated the hub is with just the gazebo and benches. And then let's see, and then it does have kind of a mission style building, and this is kind of my point where it's like I feel like Basket Buddy sort of leaned too heavily into the mission style architecture, and granted it does fit his theme very well. I'm just saying, like with Snoopy, I feel like Snoopy's again with the rest of his park, it's more of a gradual transition, right? Like from you have this mission at the end of the street, and then you have like the small town kind of like. The Main Street of the 1950s. I don't know. I just think Snoopy's just flows together really, really well for me.
It really does. And I don't know. I'm a sucker for missions. What can I say?
Carrot.
But I will say I hold them both opening lands from either project. I hold at an equal level.
And I'm not trying to like slam Basket Buddy or anything.
No.
I mean, I definitely think Basket Buddy had a very strong opening area for sure, but like I said, it's just like having recently been to Knott's, and I'm just like I'm looking at oh god, oh god, thank you. I'm looking at these reference photos, and they just seem a little too derivative of of Knott's Berry Farm to me. That's the only thing that I keep kind of thinking of. So I don't know. Like I said, I just think with Snoopy, I think Snoopy's kind of is a little bit more. It kind of has a little bit more of a Disney flair to it.
Well, nonetheless, I think they both turned out good work, and like I said, I'm a sucker for missions. What can I say? It's my mission in life. All right. Next vote.
Next vote, indeed. Let's get to it. Next vote is Snoopy.
What?
So that means it's 2 votes Snoopy, 2 votes Basket Buddy. We are at a tie.
The suspense is killing me.
I know, right? I know. Neither of us have any idea who won, right, Garrett?
What? Wait, how would you write them down?
Exactly. I'm totally kidding.
I actually think the winner is Disney Rules.
Oh, I'm Disney Rules. I'm going to come in and win the whole season, guys. Oh!
God.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Next topic. We'll talk about. I guess that just leaves the Golden State area, Hollywoodland, and any other changes really that have come to the park.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into that. Sure.
I think in terms of redoing the Golden State area, I think Basketball went into more detail.
I love the revival of the River Run.
Yes.
Like, why hasn't Disney done something like this by now? Like, Grizzly River Run is begging to be a Mark Davis style e-ticket.
I think it's because River Run is so short.
It's not that short, man. It's got like 2 drops. I've seen shorter River Rapids rides. Like there's room for set pieces. There's a couple caves in there.
It lends itself to Nature's Wonderland-esque show scenes. But I don't think it would lend itself necessarily to like full-blown Yoho, Grim Grinning Ghost type scenes. You know what I mean?
I hear you on that. And having said that, I do think Basket Buddy maybe could have made it a little bit more naturalistic with the animals, and maybe he relied on the miners a little too much, because I agree with you. The ride is very fast-paced, and
there's not enough.
Having said that, Dragon, God, I'm sorry I called you Dragon.
Well, actually.
Oh God, no! Don't start! Having said that, Mew, I do think that the log ride at Knott's Berry Farm, probably my favorite flume ride I've ever been on. Like, I honestly like that ride better than Splash Mountain, to tell you the truth. If I'm being honest,
it's unique.
Like, that ride is incredibly fast paced, and it has a lot of the kind of Mark Davis style animatronics, and I think it works very well. So.
True. And
I don't know, like Grizzly River Run is like about 5 minutes long, much like the log ride at Knott's. So
I would rather them get rid of the extreme sports theme.
Well, and that was very much on top of Basket Buddy's radar, was getting rid of the extreme sports theme, which, thank you, Basket Buddy.
I didn't really see much in terms of refurbishing the other lands from Snoopy.
No, I didn't really either. Yeah.
I'm skimming through it right now, and it's just really... It focuses on the main points that we had brought up.
I mean, I guess the Orange Groves is kind of a redo of Bountiful Valley Farms in a way.
And and we both liked that part a lot.
Indeed.
But there's nothing else, because like if you look at it, Basket Buddy also did. God, he did. I'm zooming down to get the name. He did a little bit of a Hollywoodland makeover.
A little bit, yeah.
In addition, like with the Coconut Club, is that what it's called? That, which is obviously cool. The Hollywood Glamour Dash, which that didn't need to be in there.
Right.
Still was. Then the Westlake District, the Westlake Planetarium. Yeah, I think he did a little more in terms of the whole park. But like you said, Snoopy's project was very much geared towards what 1.0 should have been in the first place.
Exactly. And I do think that Snoopy did kind of I want to say he added, no, I guess not. I'm kind of looking through, and it doesn't look like there's not that much added to Paradise Pier either. So yeah, I mean, as much as I do like Snoopy's project, and I do think that while both projects had good backstories to them, I think that Snoopy definitely kind of had the edge there. But I agree with you that Basket Buddy definitely went out like above and beyond in terms of the extra stuff.
And to me, that's okay. Like, I'm always about going the extra mile, but I know that sometimes in this contest, it kind of affects you in the end.
Sure.
Like, I recall we did a Phantasmic project or something like that, where we had to make it original, no IP at all. And I ended up doing a Tom Sawyer's Island rehab to go with it. And everyone was like, why did he do that? What a waste of time.
Oh God.
But that's really...
I one of those people saying, what a waste of time?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And I never forgets.
All right.
Anyhow, that leads us to the next vote.
The next vote is Basket Buddy.
Oh, the tie has been broken.
That's 3 votes Basket Buddy, 2 votes Snoopy, 2 votes left. Basket Buddy only needs 1 vote to win. Garrett, do we have any more talking points before we just go in to reveal the winner?
Let's do an individual assessment of either contestant.
Of either contestant, like throughout the season?
Yeah, why not?
Sounds good.
Build the
Sounds
suspense
good.
further. And then we could reveal 1 vote and then reveal the next, or vice versa, or the winning vote or the losing vote. It endless.
All right, I see what you're getting at. So
let's do this.
With that in mind, let's talk about Snoopy. I feel like Snoopy's been a very, very interesting character this season.
Hold on, I have a theme song for Snoopy. Hold. If I enter the right passcode. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Snoopy, I apologize.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
All right, here we go.
Oh God, this better not be what I think it is, Garrett. I will shut this shit down.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Oh, okay. Good. You know what I thought it was.
What? You mean this?
No, don't do it!
It's just a reflection of your face.
Oh wow.
That's actually kind of trippy.
Yeah, look at that.
Heck?
Look at that. That's weird. Oh my god. That's freaking me out a little.
Anyhow.
Anyways. Okay, let's talk about Snoopy.
Yes.
So Snoopy obviously comes into this thing. This is his 3rd time. Or did he play? I want to say he played in season 13. I don't remember.
He might have.
I'm so bad with memory now that we don't have a Hall of Fame thread. We really need to reinstate that Hall of Fame thread.
Tonight.
Right.
Tonight we will make it.
Anyway, Snoopy, he's most remembered for winning season 10, of course. Winning season 10 against Basket Buddy, kind of a David and Goliath style victory there. And then he did coast his way to a 2nd place finish in season 12 against me. But I just feel like season 12 was just so light on players that actually were like, and a lot of people in season 12, it was just like a clusterfuck of busy schedules and whatnot. So,
yeah.
So I do feel like through season 12, Snoopy, while it was cool to see him in the end, I don't necessarily feel like it was that memorable of a run. Like he was mostly just kind of coasting. This season, however, I feel like what Snoopy's done is he's kind of refined some of his gameplay from season 10. He's still as social as ever, and I feel like the social gameplay really was what won him the game in season 10. And like I said, he's got this bag of tricks, I feel like. Of course, sea tickets are a big part of his bag of tricks. Flat rides, anything with a Mark Davis sensibility to it, any sort of old school Disney. And the bag of tricks, I think, has been updated this season, to include backstories and alternate history. I think Snoopy is really good with that.
He's excelling at that. And you guys go way back.
Me and Snoopy go back to 2003, if you can believe that.
He's longer than I've known you.
Yeah, by a pretty significant chunk of time.
Yeah,
like about 5 years.
Yeah,
right.
So talking about old school. Anyways.
So with that in mind, let's
vote.
Let's get to the next vote, which is, my God, it's Snoopy. It's Snoopy. It's fucking Snoopy.
3-3.
It's a 3-3 vote, folks. Oh my God. All right, let's talk Basket Buddy. Let's quickly talk.
I have a theme song for him.
Oh dear. Okay.
Hopefully there's no advertisement.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real now.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I approve of this.
Because baskets, buddies.
All right.
Anyhow.
All right. Why don't you say a few kind words about Basket Buddy while I set something up for a surprise guest?
Wait, surprise guest?
Yes, he's coming on in about 5 minutes.
Hold up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mickey Mouse.
Oh God.
Muppet Vision. Anyways, all right, let's talk about Basket Buddy. Muppet Vision pre-show. Everyone knows Muppet Vision pre-show. Anyways, Basket Buddy is a great guy. He's been around forever.
Since season 1.
Season 1. The concept art is kind of a new thing. That's more past. When did that start? Do you remember?
That started season 10.
Season 10. So this is kind of a new thing. So like, and it's gotten better every season. Like, what can I say? He's done artwork for me, which that'll be released eventually, but we won't get into that right now. But his projects are always good. He really always plays a strong game, and I'm happy that he made it this far, if that makes sense. Like, it's good to see him back in his element and at his best. And I think this project is one of his personal bests. Don't you think?
I really think that Basket Buddy, this has just kind of been a big sort of like victory lap for Basket Buddy in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? This has been him kind of like refining his season 4 gameplay of like all the detail along with his season 10 gameplay with the concept art. I don't necessarily think that Basket Buddy has been as social as Snoopy, and that is, and I do think the social element of it, I do think that is a factor in why Snoopy did get 3 votes, and of course we still have to read the last vote, so you know.
Like I said though, he's a good guy. And the only thing that would make this season end on a different note is if King Mickey was right there pitted against him.
Oh my God, wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be ironic, but I'm glad with how it turned out.
I mean, I think him versus Snoopy is still very appropriate.
Still very climactic.
That was the season 10 duel, so we're still getting a repeat. We're still getting a rematch here.
And I can't wait to see the result.
Okay, well, I think we've hyped it up enough. Let's get to it, folks.
Shoot for it.
The winner of So You Want to Be an Imagineer season 14 greatest hits is.
Wait. You already showed it.
It's Basket Buddy 101. Thanks for ruining the moment.
Woo!
Oh, yo, 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 yeah, yo, 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 yeah.
We got
Woo!
All right, Basket Buddy, you earned it. Shoot for the Space Jam. All right. Well, congratulations.
Okay, so yeah, Basket Buddy, just stellar gameplay throughout the whole season, man. It's the brutal result, but it's a very, very appropriate result. It really is.
A well-deserved win.
As I said, I feel like Basket Buddy's been steamrolling through the season. This has been essentially a victory lap for him, you know, and I feel like he's kind of just running around the court, high-fiving everyone. Of course, Basket Buddy, this makes him the official first 2-time winner in the history of the game, which is a big deal. It's a big deal. That makes him the king of So You Want to Be an Imagineer. Yes, I said it, King Mickey. I said it, King Mickey.
Aren't you the king?
No. I according to the Survivor logic and rules, Sandra has won Survivor twice, which makes her the queen. So I would say since Basket Buddy has won So You Want to Be an Imagineer twice, that makes him the king. Yeah.
So you're just the father.
I am the founder. I'm like Michael Keaton. I'm
the
Michael
founder.
Keaton. Yes.
And I'm the ocean that surrounds the island.
Oh, God. Okay, so Blue Dragon 5, if you're watching, now would be a good time for that guy to make an appearance as we tease season 15.
Oh, I'm going to sit here and watch.
Yeah.
Live on air.
So I sent the link to Blue Dragon 5. He should be on anytime, hopefully. In the meantime, there he is. There he is. What do you know?
I heard someone say my name.
Yes. Blue Dragon 5. All right. So Blue Dragon 5, we have just announced Basket Buddy 101 as the winner of So You Want to Be an Imagineer season 14, and a close 3-4 vote Now, Dragon, you and I have been concocting something over the past 24 hours or so. Would you like to tell the guests, would you like to tell the viewers a little bit about the next season of So You Want to Be an Imagineer, which is coming a lot sooner than you guys think?
And me, tell me.
You want me to give him the sales pitch, Tiggy?
Give them the sales pitch if you have it.
All right. Okay. Well, folks, I've come to a realization. Universal Studios has become sick. It's stagnating. It thinks it's moving forward, but the truth is, it's just painting over things as the globe begins to rust from not moving, things are crumbling around it. It thinks it's moving forward, but it's not. And like Steven Spielberg from the E.T. Adventure Queue, Tiki and I need your help. to save the love and memories we've attached to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. This venture is going to require new ideas, reverence and celebration of Universal's history, its history as well as Islands of Adventure's history, and also for this we need everyone to unite in this competition to keep that familiar world spinning, so to speak, that familiar globe that we've seen at the beginning of countless movies, and every time you walk, you put your feet to the sidewalk in that park. And we need to keep that familiar world spinning in everyone's hearts and minds, showing it what Universal can be. So I ask all of you, I tell all of you, we're going to rebuild the universe. Are you ready to rebuild the universe and unite Universal in season 15 of
So You Want to Be an Imagineer, season 15, uniting Universal? What? An all-Universal themed season, you say? Tiki, are you a madman? Why, yes, I am. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I've got to give Dragon all the credit for this idea. I'm stoked for this, folks. So without giving away any of the concepts, all I can tell you guys right now is that, yes, this is going to be an all Universal theme season. It is going to be 12 projects long. We're going to be looking for approximately 14 to 15 players. There's going to be a screening process to it. So just because, I want to make this clear, just because you sign up for it right away doesn't necessarily mean you'll be in the final cast. I predict this is going to be a competitive season to get into, and this might be a season where we have to kind of bench some people onto the sidelines that we might not necessarily want to bench. So I just want to keep that in mind. I'll have further details for signups and everything very, very soon. And like Dragon said, I'm stoked for this concept, uniting Universal. Of course, Universal is a concept that got brought into the game in Season 5 when the last 3 or 4 projects of that season were all Universal Studios projects. And I feel like this season, in spite of it not being Disney, I feel like there's going to be a lot of different things that you guys can do that are going to be very familiar to you. We're going to have Jurassic Park in here. We're going to have Jaws in here. Going to have Back to the Future. Not telling you how we're going to incorporate them quite yet, but all those classic Universal memories that you love and cherish, they're all coming back in a big way. And as Dragon said, the whole goal of this season is to bring Universal Studios back to the glory days, like back to that like late 90s magic of you remember late 90s Universal Studios, Garrett?
Yes.
That late 90s.
The advertisements were so colorful and enticing, and just you never went there.
Right.
You never went there, even though it was there. You just never went.
Well, we're going to
bring that back, or you guys are going to bring that back. I should say.
All right. So importantly,
we're righting wrongs, we're updating things, and we're building connectivity as we begin the pursuit of fixing Universal Studios with the help of our fearless competitors.
Yeah. Okay. So importantly, guys. So Dragon, you are going to be joining me as a co-host this season. The first time that Blue Dragon 5 has participated in the game on a planning level, and I'm excited about that. Blue Dragon 5 has actually come up with the entire project roster this season. This is all his baby, folks. Yeah. And then But I am, of course, going to still be the forum liaison. I'm going to be posting all the updates, writing the written reviews and whatnot. But Blue Dragon 5 and I, Garrett, I'm sorry, but you were very hard to work with in terms of podcasting.
I know.
This season, I played the bubonic plague, but still.
Yes, I almost died.
I imagine that Blue Dragon 5, I have a feeling, I have a good hunch that this guy's going to be a little bit more reliable in terms of getting a podcast out every project.
There'll be more video and audio.
Yeah.
Spectacles.
So, guys, I'm stoked. I think we're going to start it sometime in early June. We don't have dates nailed down quite yet, but I'm going to make an official thread for it very, very soon. In the meantime, a huge congrats to Basket Buddy for becoming the game's first two-time winner in a narrow victory over Snoopy. It was a 3-4 vote. It was a photo finish. That's all I wanted from this. It was awesome. This season was awesome. You guys were awesome. All 21 of you. Cranium Command. 22. Cranium Command, I love you most of all. All right. Have a good night, folks.